All right, I thought I'd make a quick video on these, on what we did with the emka cups, what we ended up with. It's not a, exact match to the original, but it's cool because it's just there, so what we got here, the final on this was, we made this hinge here out of stainless steel. We had the hinge stock from, I bought this hinge stock, and then we cut it to fit like that. And it goes into the original holes that were there, and then this opens, has a little lip on here. What we did is we just used the really thin Lexan we had, and then cut this out. And I got these on eBay. They're made in Germany, but they're not original. It's, who wants to spend that much money on these? These ones here are Sunburst. I don't know, they're like really old, but they're really well made. They're better made than these ones are. But yeah, I got those really cheap. I didn't pay much for the whole thing. I got less than $100 and everything here. Yeah, so and we just took a little piece of Lexan here, and then drilled a couple holes in it, and then tapered it at an angle. It's tapered like that, if you can see it. Okay, and this is kind of like the original one went like that. It had a little thumb holder in here, so it's a little bit harder to open than the original one, but it locks down and shuts, so they aren't going to end up all over the floor. And then we bought, there's a special glue that's called Weld On, or they have different brands of it. I went to the science supply shop where they have trim cap glue, which is the same as Lexan glue, and there's ones called Weld On. There's other ones out there, and I got that special glue for this. Of course, it turns white, but like I said, I'm not looking for 100% original. Yeah, so that's what we ended up with there. It just looks cool sitting there, because they were there on the original van. So I thought, that would be really nice to have something that replicates that. And then, of course, later on, I'm going to paint this all the way across. What's weird is when I was stripping or working on this thing to paint it, this was actually unpainted here on mine. So it wasn't painted the brown like this one is. So I do have some of this brown left, I believe. So I'm going to end up painting that piece all the way across, because I didn't know when I started this that this was unpainted, or this was painted. I thought it was unpainted and covered with something, and until I saw the original van and started taking videos of them and really looking at them closely, that's when I saw that. So yeah, this is cool. Anyway, yeah, it's coming along. That's all. I was just gonna do a quick video on the emka cups, how that turned out, and what we did. We just used that it's a 16th inch Lexan, and we just used a heat gun to bend it. And you have to really force bend it. If you get it hot enough to where it really bends easily, it starts bubbling. With the stuff we had, when I did the clamshell lights, I used 1/8 inch. I don't know if maybe I had just a different brand of product, but I could get it hot with a propane torch, and it didn't bubble as much. So I guess I don't know why exactly. Some people say it's because there's moisture. It wasn't really moisture, and you could preheat it. We tried a whole bunch of different things, but we finally did just get it to bend with a heat gun, the thinner stuff. And you had to kind of hold it in a bend position and then heat it, versus the other, when I did the clamshell lights, you could just heat it up and it just kind of fell into place, where I was hoping for that with this, but I don't know. I didn't use exactly the same material. I may end up doing that later, but this is good for now. So that's all I'm going to do. Talk to you in the next video. Please like, share, and subscribe.